Focus on my brake lights.
Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word for it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go back that green light. I'm feeling green right. Talking to my past life. Focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, it's about that time of day again.
It sure is.
When your favorite talk show is on the air. Yes, that is Breaking the Silence. We're here for one more hour just to be with you. But before we get into today's topic, today's game, how about we introduce ourselves
Yes,
for our new
please.
viewers, okay?
Yes, I
so
think
my name is
that's fair.
ShyTia.
I'm Nori.
And I'm Angeli.
And again, you are watching Breaking the Silence. And ladies, I need some help here, okay?
Oh, goodness.
Yes, because you know it's fall. And fall, they have a whole bunch of new series coming out.
nice.
And maybe our
Here she
viewers want
comes.
something to watch after Breaking the Silence.
boy.
To
binge watch.
Yes. Is there something that you've been watching lately that you say like, man, you gotta try this?
Yeah, I actually have. Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I do actually have, ladies, those who are viewing us, if you've been a faithful watcher or viewer, if you know that I like Korean dramas.
Yes.
So I'm a true Asian, okay? To the roots. All right, so very, very quickly, I'm rewatching this new, it's not a new series, it's been like maybe a couple of years now, but I've been always like wanted to rewatch it because it reminds me of the old days. The old days when, it gives me nostalgia, right?
Oh.
Like memories that when you were just not having all this technology, you would just be hanging out with your friends, you would be outside touching grass. So all of that, like I like the genre slice of life. So for me, that is like bringing me back to the past. So yeah.
All right.
I don't know if you would consider mine exciting, but I like watching it. It's called Emergency NYC. So it's just basically in the life of like paramedics and like first responders and the type of calls that they get. And I do kind of binge watch on that. So I don't know if you guys will find it exciting or whatever, but that's just my cup of tea right now.
Yeah, okay, yes. And
Yours.
For me, I have so many, but there's actually this show that is on season 2 right now, and it's called High Potential. And it's about this lady, she's very smart, like she has a super high IQ, and she actually started consulting for the police department and helping them solve crimes and find clues that they wouldn't normally put together. And so it's on season 2, and I watched season
think
1
I've
to
seen
binge
it.
watch it to catch back
That
up.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Like detective stuff.
Yeah, so I love that kind of stuff, and like solving clues,
Solving
and
crimes.
all of that. So if you need some help, don't worry. DM us and we'll give you some recommendations.
She
Okay.
will help you with that.
Yes, but today's topic, as we're talking about sharing our favorite series, today's topic actually is why sharing your story is a superpower, because it's something that we all need to get out there, our story. So that's something that we're going to be talking about today. And we're also going to be talking about when you need to start over and don't know where to begin. Because everybody needs a reset every now and then.
course.
So
A
we're
reset is
going to
always
be
good.
exactly. We're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be showing our growth today for our little interactive segment. So we're going to have then and now. What we used to think back then and what we think today. So as you can see, we have a very, very busy show for all of you.
Yes.
So it's about time for you to get your coffee, maybe get that pile of clothes that you know you need to fold. You got an hour. You got an hour to get ready, because we're going to be diving into some juicy topics, and we'll be right back after this break.
Breaking the silence. Laughs. Fun. Real women, real talk. Stay tuned.
I'm 5'11", barely 5'4".
I weigh about 170 pounds.
Brown eyes.
Blue eyes.
Brown hair.
Gray hair.
I'm a baseball fanatic.
I'm a wife.
A mom.
A sister.
And a grandfather.
I'm a bodybuilder.
I'm a research analyst.
Small business owner.
Teacher.
Dance fitness instructor.
Film and television actor.
I'm an office clerk.
I'm a copywriter.
I'm a veteran.
I have a prosthetic leg.
I have multiple sclerosis.
I have lupus.
Cerebral palsy.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
I'm blind.
And I'm working in a job I love.
I love.
Because I was given a chance.
Because I was given a chance.
To contribute my skills and talents.
To show my disability is only one part of who I am.
Who I am.
Who I am.
At work, it's what people can do that matters.
For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Real women, real talk. Breaking the silence is where it all goes down. Let's connect and empower together.
Jesus was more than just another man. He was God in the flesh who revealed the power of the Spirit as he performed many miracles and taught the truths of the kingdom of heaven. Jesus established his church to carry on his mission, to reveal God through both his actions and his words. The Universal Church takes that mission very seriously as a school of faith. Our goal is to help you discover and develop your faith so your life can be transformed. We teach you how to draw closer to God by activating trust, faith, and obedience. Essential spiritual building blocks for a deeper relationship with Him. What sets us apart is that your problems become ours as we fight your battles for you and alongside you. Any victory and success that you win by faith becomes God's victory and success, so that you can become the next powerful testimony for His glory. Let's help you find what you've been searching for.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Justification that comes with any addiction.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
But as you mature, you have to be with someone who matures with you.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Do you remember that person who, when you heard their story, it just meant so much to you? In your mind, you thought, wow, isn't she strong for overcoming this? Isn't she strong for being able to resist that problem, for not giving up? Well, you too can be that person to somebody else, because we all have a story to share. And we've all been through pain. We've all been through suffering. And it's through sharing that story, not only do you help someone else, but you help other people as well, right, ladies? And many times we're taught, okay, you know what? You're strong when you don't ask for help. You're strong when you suffer by yourself, because when you overcome it, everybody is going to see how strong you are. But we know that that's not true, because a lot of times asking for help shows your real strength. And when you don't ask for help, you're suffering in silence, and that pain is festering, right? You know, you keep going through the same cycle because you don't know how to break the cycle, because no one ever taught you, hey, this is what you can do. This is how you can overcome it. So if you're going through something, if you're facing a situation and you need help, speak out. That's a part of your story as well. Yes, it may be hard. Yes, it may be painful. But when you speak out, when you ask for help, you'll get that help, and that'll be your next chapter for your victory.
Yeah, and also when you turn that pain, because yes, pain, it was real. It happened. It was something that you felt. However, when it remained as pain, you know, you don't turn it to something else. So why don't you turn this pain into purpose? Something where you could, as ShyTia was saying, you share your story, when you are going to rebuild somebody else's past to another chapter, right? To another chapter of their life. Because sometimes just hearing one story of somebody who've experienced that, who've been traumatized because of, addiction, because of abuse, because of other things, difficult things, to express, to voice out. When you see somebody else doing that, it's again paving the way for you to be able to use that as a transformation. So when you use your pain into a purpose, you are not only transforming yourself, but also you're transforming, people who are surrounding you, your loved ones, or even sometimes even strangers, right? Just by you being resilient, you being brave enough to talk about your story, even though, yes, you would probably have some, memories that are not as pleasant. However, when you're sharing that, you're telling the other person that it's okay to share. It's okay because here, again, you're not going to be judged. Here is a safe space. Here is something where you can find comfort because we have all been in that one particular moment.
But what if somebody is watching us at home right now and they're saying to themselves, but I'm still writing my story. How can I share something that's not complete?
I'm hearing you say that, and what comes to my mind is the word bridge. You have to use your story as a bridge. Even though it might not be complete, it's not where you would like to be, where you want to be, but using what you've already gone through to help someone who is actually facing it, but you overcame it, that right there just speaks volumes. Because maybe you're encountering someone who, your past is their present. But because you've encountered that person and you can see their struggles and you can see yourself in that person as well, you know what it feels like, and when that person hears you tell your story, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one. I am not crazy. And that right there just, it creates relationships and it bridges, it makes that bridge for that person to be able to receive the help that they need. And in the process, you're healing yourself as well. Whenever you share your story, it's not only for the other person, but you are continuously healing yourself. You're becoming stronger. In my opinion, you're becoming stronger because maybe when you share that story for the very first time, you might cry, or you might feel, a tightness in your chest, or whatever the case may be. But as you continue to share your story, to be that bridge, you're helping that person. You're helping that person, and through the process, you're getting stronger as well.
And you want to start off small. You don't want to be going to random strangers in the street like, hey, guess what I've been through, right? You want to start off small. Maybe go to like a family member or a close friend, someone who won't judge you, will be a listening ear, and kind of will give you the motivation to be able to share with others. Because when we watch like people's life stories, when we watch biographies, and we see what they've been through, that's not the first time that their story is being put out there. So don't think that you're automatically going to have a book written or a movie about your life. No, it starts off with baby steps. So pick one person, two people before you go ahead and start speaking in front of a crowd. Because with that one person, that two people, you'll see their reaction. You'll see how they, what they think, what they say, and you'll be less nervous than when you do, let's say, go in front of a crowd or something like that, because you already said it. It's already been out there. So like, okay, I already did this before. I can do it again. Or I see how me saying it to my cousin or me saying it to my best friend, how it helped her. So I know it can help other people as well.
And since it's your story, it's not something made up, of course. So it's very authentic. It's very genuine. So you're able to control what you can share to others. You're able to, instead of focusing too much on the hurt or the pain, focus more on the lessons that you've learned. Yes, you're going to share what happened, how it impacted you, why you were in the bottom, why this and that. But then highlighting and emphasizing this is what I've learned and this is the purpose that I'm going for, instead of, having all these little details. Sometimes they're not really something necessary because again, maybe it could even bring back those horrible memories. So you're able to control it. Again, you're still authentic, but when you focus on the lessons, you come out, and even the listeners or whoever's hearing your story would look at you and saying, although she's been through this, but she's focused on her healing. She's focused on what lessons actually she learned from that experience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have a different insight on what you just said. For me, I think details do count because it would give me more of a how-to. Like for me personally, if you go into details of how, what, when, where, expressions or thoughts or feelings, that right there is going to kind of make me feel comfortable enough to do the same and try it. It's like you're kind of preparing me for when I go ahead and take that first step and take that action. And it will reassure me that, that gut feeling or, it's normal. It's okay. Like it's going to happen. You're going to, and another thing that I think about as well is like, whenever you're telling your story or whenever you are going through, a troubled time, and someone comes up to you to want to comfort you or to maybe give you words of encouragement is not the same if you encounter a person who actually went through exactly what you're going through. It's like
there's a connection.
There's a connection. As opposed to someone who just wants to give you some reassuring words like, oh, everything's going to be all right. How is everything going to be all right? Are you walking in my shoes? Exactly. Are you walking in my shoes? Did you experience? What did you do? How did you do it? Where did you go? Who did you seek out? These are the things that I want to know that's going to help me. But if you haven't walked in my shoes, if you haven't been through what I've been through, I'm sorry. I'm putting up a barrier.
Because sometimes people feel at a standstill. So it's like when you give them those details, then for them, they're like, okay, like this is what I can do next. Like I've tried this, I've tried that didn't work. But what she did, maybe it'll work for me, Right? And that's the importance of everybody sharing their story. Like maybe for you hear other people's story and you're like, wow, my story is not that like big. Like what I've been through is like boring to other people, but you just never know what someone else is going through. So imagine if everybody, all the women across the world, no matter what they've gone through, no matter what they face, they started sharing their story. They started sharing, like, maybe they had anxiety, maybe they had depression, maybe they were abused and how they escaped the abuser. All of these things, it matters to everybody. So that is the importance of us sharing our story. And for you viewers at home, maybe you're listening to this and you're encouraged. You're like, yes, I'm motivated. I want to share my story too. So you can actually write us on Instagram and hashtag my story, my superpower for us to hear your story as well, because we do want to hear your story. But we are going to go on a quick break and we'll be right back after this break.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side. By your side. And every day is a different day. Everything is in everything. Even when you think things can never ever be the same, don't be scared of the world, I'll be here to stay. By your side. Even when your heart ain't listening, or your mind takes you a different way, towards a different path, all you gotta do is sit and ask. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
When the adults in a child's life talk early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, the message gets stronger every time.
I'll be by your side.
Talk. They hear you.
You work so hard from sun up to sundown, it's like you can never catch a break. But what do you have to show for it? The debts are still towering over you. The bills never stop coming, and your children constantly need something new. When will this cycle finish? When will you finally be able to enjoy life? There is no need for you to continue suffering. You need to learn how to live a life of prosperity. Every Monday at the Universal Church is dedicated to teaching you how to become financially prosperous. It's possible to enjoy what you earn. 1091 Fulton Street, Brooklyn, New York 11238. Every Monday at 7:30 p.m. We also have services at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., and 4 p.m. Text 1-888-312 for 141 for a location near you. Don't live another minute without the abundant life God promised.
You are watching The Right Show.
I already know it.
Why look anywhere else?
Cartoons, cereals, and laughs with the AM show.
Pure entertainment.
Look over here, miss. Sir.
Wait a minute.
I have good news for you. No matter your situation, no matter who you are, there is a way out. There is hope.
Everything you love is right here
on The YOLO Show.
Look, there's nothing we like to do more than heat it up
on LFN.
Is it not possible that we treat each other like brothers for a moment?
The only one I had left me for a beggar.
Spread the word.
A miracle is going to reach you right there where you are.
Spread the faith.
He is able to transform your life. He is the God of the impossible.
We are the LFN, and we are here to stay.
You are watching Breaking the Silence.
Do you remember growing up thinking you was gonna be a princess or a firefighter
or a ballerina
or a doctor
or a teacher
or astronaut, ballerina in space
or everything, all of the above?
I'm pretty sure what you thought back then and what you think now has changed dramatically, right?
Completely different.
So we're gonna do a little growth session to show how much we have changed, how our mindset have changed, what we thought back then and what we think today. So we have some questions that we're gonna read and we're gonna expand on it. How we thought back then and what we thought today. Okay,
I like it. And they can also join in on it. You know,
we'll be
just
excited
thinking.
to hear your thoughts as well, right? So the first question is, back then, I thought success meant. So back then, I thought success meant to be perfect, right? Everything had to be perfect. If I got all A's, 100%, no mistakes, I was successful.
Ooh.
But now I know that true achievement means that I have to celebrate the small victories, right?
Okay.
Because I know now that you can't be perfect in everything. You're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And when you make mistakes, it's not about the mistakes that you made, but what you do after the mistake. Getting back up and moving forward.
I like that.
Okay, we see the girl.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to prompt 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, number 2. Let's go. Back then, I handled betrayal by asking myself, what did I do wrong? So basically, it's a self-blame, the blame game, but it's not everybody else but me. Like, was not ever, good enough, right? Was I not ever kind enough, or all of this? Was I not? But now, I prioritize healing by telling myself it's not my fault. Because at the end of the day, I was not the one who betrayed, but the other person. So yes, maybe I did play a role because again, it's like, a
Two-way street.
But I'm not going to fully like before like self-blame, like, oh, it's just me, I'm just the one who is wrong. No, but now it's not my fault. If it's your problem, your problem. I'm in my healing era. So I'm focused on myself.
All right, interesting. I like that.
All right.
Okay, so I have this next one, and it says, back then, I thought being a good friend meant holding my friend down, whether she was right or wrong. So even if she was wrong and we had to, just go at it and stuff, I'm like, I'm supporting you, girl. Let's do this.
Loyal to the end.
And I just had that mentality. So even if the person was wrong, like all the way, it's like, no, that's my friend. I'm supporting my friend. Like, it don't matter. Like, if she says it's right, even though we knew like it was dead wrong.
Yeah.
But now, if you decide to get yourself into trouble, it's all on you. It's all on you. So now, true connection for me requires, kind of like testing the waters. Why? Because my mindset is completely different. And now, of course, now I know. And I've grown, I've matured, and I'm like, hey, listen, you got to learn how to pick and choose your battles. And listen, I'm not about to take anybody's broken plates. So if you got into this mess on your own, hey, I'm sorry. I'm praying for you. I wish you the best, but I'm not going to put myself in a situation that, had nothing to do with me. So that's just where I'm at right now.
All right.
The growth.
Okay, we see growth.
I think that comes with maturity.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Okay. So the next one is, back then, I thought my body was for. And this one was kind of hard for me because it's like, what else do you think your body is for, right? So for me, it's like, I think my body was meant for, I guess working, like, just working, playing, just the sense, like making sure everything was done, everything was good, just putting in that work, that effort, But today, I know that my body is meant for me to be present. For me to be like, let's say, a shoulder for someone to cry on, just to be there to have that connection like you were talking about with the last question for someone else, because you just never know when someone's going to need you just to even be there. Maybe you don't have to say nothing. Maybe you don't have to, always solve the problem. But now I know, like, just being there sometimes
just
is
your
enough.
presence alone, can make all the difference.
Okay.
I like that one.
We're growing up here. Okay. All right. Our next one. Back then, I was terrified of trying anything new. Like, I will be the first one to, back off. Like, no, I'm comfortable in my comfort zone. I'll just stay here. I don't want to be outside of the box. Like, no, I'm okay. I'm all right. That's fine. Now, I realize that fear was actually something that prevented me from discovering things about myself that I didn't even know. But when you open that door, when you get out of that comfort zone, get out of the box, you can actually do something that you never thought of yourself, that you will even be wowed and amazed that I never thought I was able to do that, or I never thought I was able to pull that off, but because you tried something new. It was not of your comfort zone. It was not something that you like. It was not something of your, it was not something that you used to do, but then you still did it, even though sometimes you're still afraid, but you didn't stop that. And that feeling of being afraid, you still went on and actually discovered something new about yourself.
Yeah, and like, for me, I think my biggest fear back then was failing. So if you can't see the hint right now, I was very much a perfectionist back then. Like, everything had to be perfect for me. And I think the feeling of the failing for me was like the biggest fear. Like, man, I messed up. Man, I made a mistake. So that's something that you also have to kind of push yourself out there because, as you said, and like with you, you have to put yourself out there. You have to try new things because you just never know what you're going to enjoy. And if you don't make that step, it's like how you're going to live life fully.
Exactly. stepping outside of the box. Just like you said earlier, I think when you step outside of the box, it's like you open a whole new door of like opportunities and things that, you know, probably might end up being like your calling or something that you use as a means and ways to like, I don't know, help others, just to grow financially or in every sense of the word. So yeah, that was definitely a good one. So I'm going to this next one, and it says, back then, I thought saying no was failing the person. So it's like if anybody that came up to me pretty much and they asked me for something, I would say yes. I would say yes to everything because I didn't want to be that one person that disappointed you or didn't come through for you. But in the process, I was hurting myself because I was burnt out, because it's like, because I'm saying yes to everybody is like, you know, I'm doing 1,000,001 things. I'm not prioritizing my well-being, my mental health. I'm not prioritizing, you know, what's important and essential for me so I can work, you know, at my full potential to do everything that I need to do. But now I understand that setting boundaries is key. Setting boundaries is key for self-care, for self-love, and also to kind of keep my peace as well, you know, because I mean, hey, at this day and age, everybody wants something. If you ask somebody, hey, what do you want? What do you need? They're going to tell you what they want, what they need, you know, and if sometimes you be that person to lend a hand and they want to take the whole arm, you know, and if you don't know how to set boundaries, you're going to find yourself in trouble. So,
you know, and to add to that, like, sometimes now in the society, no can be associated with something really negative. Like, oh, you're such a negative person, or you're so selfish or whatever. Don't compare no, or don't like actually equal no to rejection. Because you can say yes and you're still rejecting the person. You know, you're still rejecting offers. But for us, oh no, if I say no, it means I'm rejecting the person completely. No, at that moment, you're just saying no because, as you said, I'm just taking care of my I cannot right now. Like I'm full, like I'm loaded right now, but that doesn't mean I'm rejecting you.
Exactly.
You know? Not your whole being, but at that moment, I cannot. Like I cannot help you.
And we have one more really quickly. So back then, my morning routine consisted of running out the house. Literally.
Did you run out the house today?
I did not run out the house today. But back then, I really would run out the house. I wouldn't even eat breakfast. I would just grab something on the go. But, you know, today I kind of slow down. I kind of like breathe. Before I get up and get ready, I kind of like take a few minutes for myself, you know, where I'm able to like start my day off calm rather than hectic, because I feel like if you start off hectically, you know, it's always gonna be hectic for you, you know.
And you
so
probably be like all over the place and stuff.
You know. But I really enjoy this because we see the change within ourselves, and I'm sure that the viewers at home watching us, they've seen changes as they've been answering the questions with us. So we're gonna give you a few minutes to kind of compose yourself, and we'll be right back after this break.
Don't change the channel. We will be right back.
The Universal Church is a place where help is offered to everyone based on the Word of God. You will feel burdened, anxious, tormented, discouraged. God has a way out for you. Visit your nearest location. Nevada, 2121E, Tropicana Avenue 1, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89119. Tennessee, 4916 Nolensville Pike, Nashville, Tennessee, 37211. New Jersey, 100 Clinton Avenue, Newark, New Jersey, 07114. If these locations aren't close by, call 888-332-4141 for more information, or text us at 888-312-4141. Visit our website, www.ulfn.org/locations. The Universal Church, where a new life awaits you.
Ready to love again, but worried the past will hold you back? Join Breaking the Silence as we guide you through crucial steps to inner healing before stepping into your next relationship. Step 1. Reflect and release. Acknowledge the past to pave the way for a brighter future. Step 2. Rediscover joy within yourself. Your passions are the key to unlocking a fulfilling life. Step 3. Build a support system. Connect with those who uplift you on your journey to healing. Don't face life's challenges alone. Find your tribe, break the silence, and join the conversation.
We know it's not an easy thing to do. So be kind to yourself, be merciful to yourself.
At the end of the day, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you have to be comfortable with you, despite your flaws or whatever.
This is where I am. My heart, even though it's wounded, even though I've done something, this is what I need to be happy.
Sometimes, all it takes is a conversation.
This year has brought on many changes. You took on new projects and learned to do it yourself, like mastering your favorite dish or learning how to change your oil. Turns out it was easier than you thought. Your green thumb may have grown, as did your herbs. Looking back, you mastered many projects, but one thing you may not have tackled is your health, even if you noticed something isn't right. Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer death in the U.S. When caught early, the 5-year survival rate is almost 60%. But when caught late, it's only 6%. That's why it's important not to ignore common signs of lung cancer, like an unexplained cough or shortness of breath lasting more than 3 weeks. If you're at risk for lung cancer and have these symptoms, don't gloss over it. Do it for yourself and schedule a visit with your doctor today.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Understand that things happen, life happens, mistakes happen.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
When you're mentally exhausted, it's a completely different thing.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
There is no shame in having to start over. Maybe while you're watching this show today, maybe this is your first time and you're in that moment of life where you're just like, I don't know where to start over. Like, I need to reset. I need to start over. But where do I start? You know, maybe you're fresh out of rehab. Maybe you're fresh off of a breakup, or maybe you had a breakdown recently and you're just like, I can't continue living like this. I need help, right? So we're going to give you some tips on how you can start over. And the first tip is realizing it's okay to have to start over, because many times people have that shame, like, man, I can't, you know, as I was saying earlier, like, I can't ask for help, like, I need help, but I'm ashamed, you know. I'm the one in my family who everybody depends on. I'm the one in my family who has the perfect life, and now what do? How can I tell everybody that my life isn't picture perfect? How can I start over from here?
You know, sticking on what you're still saying, for a lot of people, having to restart is like a burden, or it's a shame, or it's frustrating. And that's what we see nowadays. People don't want to go through, they don't want to start over, because it's like, oh no, that means, you know, I'm going to have to start from square one and this and that. And I'm going to have to start everything all over again and put in work, or, you know, work extra hard and stuff like that. They fail to realize that starting over, you know, a lot of times is great. Is great for yourself in every way.
And you don't necessarily need to make like a grand movement of, I'm going to start over, I'm going to start doing this, and that. Start small. Because at first, when you lost everything and you wanted to restart, at first, you don't even really have that motivation to do this grandiose movement, you know? So start small. did you wake up today? Did you make your bed? Did you drink a glass of water? Did you get your coffee? You know, those kind of little things that sometimes we don't really appreciate. We don't really like, oh, it's a daily routine for me. But for somebody who's starting over, that's such a big move, you know, just making your bed or just getting up, getting up there, you know, because sometimes you're just, when you don't have any desire to do anything, you just stay in bed the whole day. But when you're able to get up, that's already a step. That's already a stepping stone to that goal that you have. You know, maybe that's going to take a while because you're starting small, but at least you are taking steps. You're going through the process. You're not just stuck in something, but you're starting small. Because there's also this book that probably some viewers or maybe you ladies know. This Navy SEAL, it's Mr. William. He actually created this book and he wrote it. Yes, Make Your Bed. And he's a Navy SEAL, someone in the military. And the title of the book is Make Your Bed. And basically he's saying that sets the tone of the day. And even if you did not do anything else or you failed to actually achieve tasks throughout the day, but still if you get home, your bed is already set. So you're reminded of yourself that, hey, at least I had one good thing that I did for this day. And then you just constantly do it. And that motivates you, make your bed. I'm just giving an example, but maybe make your bed is something that it's okay for you. But something else, pick one thing that is for you, is hard, but you know, later on in life, when you continue doing it, it's gonna be, you know, easier.
Kind of like, kind of like creating a safe routine. You know, whenever you're starting over, there's something that you need to take on. And like you said, maybe it can be making your bed, or, you know, with the hustle and bustle, maybe you didn't have time to make your bed and you're in the office and, you know, their workload is just piling up and piling up. And maybe, you know, a safe routine for you would be just to pause, make yourself a cup of tea, or step outside and get maybe like 10 minutes of vitamin D, natural vitamin D, something that will help you to be in control of something. Maybe your life is just like haywire all over the place, but when you create a safe routine, that's something that's yours. That's something that you can control. So in spite of like the chaos that's going around you, you know how to stop and do that one thing that's going to give you that sense of calm, that sense of control. Like, okay, everything else is going crazy around me, but you know what? I am going to pause and I'm going to go for a 10-minute walk, or, you know, get some vitamin D, or, you know, make me a cup of tea or something, you know?
Because, you know, on a ladder, it's not just two big steps, like one at the bottom and then all the way at the top.
I recently heard that.
But you have to take those steps one at a time, you know. So when you have that routine, when you focus on one thing, once you accomplish that, then you move on to the next one. And then it's going to motivate you to keep moving forward, right? But we also can't have any shame. We also can't have that criticism on ourselves. Let's say, as you say, you know, your task is to make your bed in the morning, but today you woke up late, your alarm didn't go off, and you ran out the house and you didn't make your bed. So don't throughout the whole day beat yourself up like, dang, man, I woke up late, so I couldn't do the one thing I set for myself. Like, man, my whole day is ruined just because you didn't make your bed. No. You have to start having grace for yourself. You have to start being merciful to yourself, because we always say on this show, we are our biggest critic, right? We're the reason why we have so much pressure on us. Sometimes it's not your kids, it's not your spouse, it's not your family, it's not your boss. It's you who are putting so much pressure on yourself. But like, let's say your daughter woke up and she didn't make the bed. You're not gonna be like, oh, you didn't make up your bed this morning. Go make up your bed right now. Your whole day is ruined if you don't make. No, you're going to be like, okay, sweetheart, you didn't make it up today. It's okay. Tomorrow, remember to make it up. So you kind of have to have that same grace for yourself. Like, okay, today wasn't a good day, but that's okay, because tomorrow I can start over. That's the whole point of a reset. You're starting over, so you make your own rules as you go. It doesn't have to be like everybody else's. It doesn't have to be like, okay, Nori was resetting and these are the steps she took, or you read a self-help book and you try to do word for word everything that person did. But your life is not like that person's life.
Yeah.
You know, the circumstances are different. So you apply it to how is best for you rather than just copying off of someone else.
Yeah. Because reality is it's never like a straight line, you know. It's never this is the goal, and then that's it. You know, you give me a self-help book, as you said, and then I'll just follow the steps, and no, it's not. Sometimes you probably even like think that it's going to be a straight line. But reality is, unfortunately, I'm going to I'm going to pop the balloon or whatever, the bubble. It's not. And that's part of the process. That's part of the journey. You have to accept that there will be good and bad days. That yes, you will be motivated to make your bed. Yes, you will be motivated to get up, but there will be days that you won't, right? Because sometimes we just like to hear, okay, this advice or this, oh, you can do it, you can. Yes, but when you also accept that there will be moments that I could, also, feel bad, but still what matters is you keep on going. That even though, okay, today I didn't achieve anything, but I'm going to try again tomorrow. I'm going to try again tomorrow. That's not going to stop me. There was a curveball. Okay, I went astray for a little bit, but I'm going to go back to that straight path. You're not going to stop. But the thing is, sometimes we just want to be like, motivated all the time, and it's not. It's not. The reality is it won't.
And we have things that can remind us today. Like, we have alarms, we have our reminders on our phone. You can even put sticky notes everywhere. Like whenever you do something, you remove the sticky note. Like until you get the habit, because it takes 21 days to even build a habit. So you can't expect from day one, you're already doing everything on your list. Like, okay, 1, 2, 3 days go by, but then day 4, you're like, I don't want to get up. But then you push yourself because you wake up and you see that sticky note on the mirror. And you're like, okay, yeah, fine. I told myself I'll have a bad day. So okay, yes, I'm going to do it until it becomes a habit. And then it'll just be natural to you. So then you'll wake up, you'll do these things naturally, and then you can work on something. So give it about a month before you quit doing what you're pushing yourself to do.
Yeah. And one thing is, you can never be afraid to reset. Like I said earlier, a lot of people, they fear of starting over, but reset is always good, especially, and a lot of people, and I'm guilty of it, y'all. A lot of us tend to reset or kind of clear the plate or the slate that way towards the end of the year. That way, when you enter the new year, you enter the new year on a clean slate. Yeah. You know exactly what there you go. Yes. So a lot of times, not a lot of times, but all the time, reset is transformation. So it's good. You went through a crazy year. With family, with relationship, at work, it was stressful. You started something and didn't finish, or you're about to finish and you just let everything go at a standstill, or, you had a set goal to lose weight for, 6 months or whatever.
Guilty.
There's so many things in so many areas of your life that you started, but you didn't. You didn't finish. And it's like, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to get back on it. And then you're like, oh, but it's so hard.
And I think also, sorry to cut you, but I think we tend to push it into like, okay, I'm going to start next year.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to start next month. Oh, it's a Thursday. Let me start on Monday. Because I do that a lot. Like, I'll be like, okay, I need to go back to exercising. But it's Friday, okay, I'll just, binge eat this weekend and I'll start on Monday or something like that. So it's like, why? Like, you don't need to wait for a specific day or a specific time of the year, of the month. You can reset at any day, any time.
Exactly. Reset. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to just add really quickly.
We're liking the reset.
No, because you mentioned about going to exercise. Have that accountability partner. I think is also important. Not only in exercise, but other things. Because sometimes, again, with talking about the bad days, when you are in that bad day moment, of course, you're not going to do anything. But when you have somebody, an accountability partner.
Pushing you.
Yeah, pushing you. No, you can do it. You can do it. That's going to push you through, you know? Or maybe not even, a small group of friends that you trust that, hey, I'm going through this, but then they help you up, they uplift you when you're in need of that boost.
Exactly. And when you do that reset and you start everything from scratch, from zero, from nada, it's like you do things now with conscience.
Yeah.
You do things with purpose now. Why? Because you tried it last year and it went completely left. So now you know what to do and what not to do this time around. And you're going to be able to, it's going to be able to flow. You're going to be able to start, you're going to be able to maintain, and you're going to be able to complete. So never be afraid to reset.
Yeah.
Reset is very good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, resetting again is not about erasing your past.
Right.
It's not about like, okay, this never happened, out of sight, out of mind. I
No.
automatically got amnesia. No, it's not about that.
Yeah.
But it's about changing your path for the future. You know, like if you start today, you can change tomorrow. You can't change today. You can't change yesterday. But if you start today, tomorrow will change. So don't be afraid to take that first step. Don't be afraid to do that reset, because it's something that you need to do for yourself and for you to have a brighter future. So we hope that you enjoyed these tips, you know, these tools. We hope we encourage those of you at home who need to take a reset. You can take it right now as we go to break. Already start writing your new, you know, your new schedule, what you're gonna do, your new habits that you want to work on, and we'll be right back after this break.
We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
Much more than an ordinary book to read, than a mere leather-bound collection of papers or random inspirational phrases to memorize, the Holy Bible enlightens, awakens, and transforms all who read its words. Why? Because it is the living, effective, and powerful Word of God Himself, spanning the millennia of nations, dynasties, and generations. The holy Word of God and His commandments still hold true to this very day. Scientific evidence for the historical accuracy of the Bible continues to be unearthed, as its prophecies are aligning with modern-day events in unprecedented ways. Whether you are already a devout believer and follower of the Lord Jesus Christ, or taking your first steps in your walk of faith as a new Christian, this study Bible in the New King James Version has been created for you. The bottom of every page contains the personal commentaries and notes of the founder of the Universal Church, Bishop Adair Macedo, to provide a clearer understanding of the verses in each chapter. From explanations of the Bible's cultural and historical context to insights into its terms in the original languages, the study notes are geared to bring clarity to God's Word so that it can be applied in our daily lives. Why remain in confusion about the powerful and effective Word of God? God is simplicity, and this study Bible brings His holy Word to you for daily practical use. Acquire your own copy today. Call our toll-free line and sow your seed to receive your very own beautifully bound study Bible at 888-691-2291.
You are now listening to Soul Food Podcast with Bishop Joshua.
Oh, yes, it is soul food.
Keep your faith alive.
This food will never expire.
Tune in on all podcast platforms.
Empowered women, empowering conversations. Stay with us on Breaking the Silence as we inspire and uplift each other.
Man, I need a reset, ladies. I can't believe that the hour is almost up.
We need to reset and go back to the beginning.
I think so.
Do y'all agree?
Yes, I think we need to reset.
Can we reset?
Because today was just too fast of a show.
It was
for us
too
to be
good.
almost over,
Yeah.
right? You know, and we always have to remember it's okay for us to take a reset, right?
Yes.
And for us to also share our stories. Maybe you at home, you want to share your story. You want to reach out to us and share your story. It's okay. We got you right now because you can scan our QR code that's going to come up and you can share your story with the hashtag My Story, My Superpower, because that is something we look forward to hearing. And who knows, maybe you'll be a highlight in our show because your story inspires us so much. So we'll be excited for hearing your stories.
Talking about superpower in action, right?
Yes, because we want to see that, okay? So I know your clothes are all folded. It's about time for you to get ready to do something
That's
else.
your reset moment.
Look, that lady right there, she decided to do a reset. When she started the show, she grabbed the burger, but now
she's eating that salad.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, we reset all of our diets right now, okay? But we hope you enjoyed today's show, but it's about time for us to say bye. Until next time.
See ya.